Welcome to Cafdil Healthcare here on Cafdil Television. My name is Kojo Arthur. You know, there are certain diseases that it would be easy for us to prevent ourselves from contracting those diseases, but oftentimes we tend to neglect them. Thereby, sometimes those diseases take us by surprise. Today on Cafdil Healthcare, we are going to discuss cholera. Cholera, we have an outbreak in Ghana as we speak. And so today, that by grace of God, you've not contracted the disease, there are certain things that we have to remind you so that you don't become a victim. I'm hoping that you will follow us on our social medias, Facebook and on YouTube. Facebook, Cafdil Cape Coast, and YouTube, Cafdil EDU. Let's get talking. Rachel Rose Owusu is a senior public health officer at Cape Coast Teaching Hospital, and also Peter Zunu Namb, also senior disease control officer, Cape Coast Teaching Hospital. Ladies and gentlemen, you are welcome.
Thank you.
Hope you're well.
Yeah, we're doing well.
Now, I heard that there is an outbreak in Ghana, but I don't know whether it's in Cape Coast. So you are in the right position to tell us where exactly is the outbreak.
Okay, thank you.
How serious is it?
Okay, thank you very much. I think we are all getting the news, or we've been seeing the news outlets that have been reporting that several cases of cholera have been reported in various places. Per what it has been reported, we know that it started in Adais and then West, then it went to Accra, some districts in Accra. Then recently, we've been hearing that some parts of Central Region too are equally reporting cases, notably Kaswa, Eutu Senya. Then some few cases are reportedly from Efutu, that's Winneba. But Cape Coast, there had not been any official report of a case. We know a lot of people have already fallen victim of it. Being a Ghanaian society, assumingly, you know that there are always more than what is reported because most people try to manage it at their homes. But we know that over 100 cases have been reported in Ghana. And then if you go to Ghana News Agency, I think as on 6 November, that's 2 days ago, they reported that 10 cases have died in total from this condition. We are waiting for the official report from Ghana Health Service to give us the accurate what's the name cases. But as it stands now, we know very well that Cape Coast, there has not been any reported case here yet. That's what we know until maybe information comes up. Ghana, we've not been having this issue. Notably, the last outbreak was in 2017. And now if you look at the trend of it, it looks like after when COVID came and we're asked to wash our hands and then mostly and use hand sanitizer, it kind of killed down this particular one because it also uses same line. But now that we are leaving that out, then it is also picking up again.
So it is our negligence, actually. Maybe we did not put much emphasis or importance to this cholera issue.
Yes.
So, but when we say cholera, what exactly is it and how does it spread?
Okay. So we know it's a disease that had been there for long. It's not today that it's starting. So in the 1900s, it was reported in India, and then as people travel, they take it along. Simply, what it means is that a disease that is fecal-oral. So fecal-oral means that somebody usually will have to ingest it into their mouth and then defecate the bacteria out. Mostly, it shows itself as an acute diarrhea. When we say acute diarrhea, it's something that is not like someone who has been running diarrhea for a while, but you are fine all of a sudden, maybe after eating some food or water or drinking some water or probably all of a sudden, then you start running, you start having severe diarrhea. Sometimes it couples with vomiting. It might lead the person into dehydration and then possibly death. So mostly when we are looking out for it, we say people who are showing acute diarrhea coupled with either vomiting, the vomiting can be part or not, then which might lead to dehydration and then possibly death. Mostly it affects children who are above 2 years and more. It doesn't mean the others cannot get it, but with the trend of it, they are mostly, they are the ones that are mostly affected, so they are the ones we look out for.
Okay, so what are the key symptoms, Rachel? What are the key symptoms of this cholera, and how can someone tell if they have contracted the disease?
Okay, thank you. So the key symptoms, as my brother said earlier, you have excessive vomiting, diarrhea, sunken eyes, dry lips, because the fluid is coming out often and often. You have dry lips, you become weak, and then also you'll be having abdominal pain because you are vomiting. You'll be having severe abdominal pains, and then dehydration.
But I'll come to you again if you. I don't know whether you want to add the key symptoms apart from what Rachel.
I think as we go on, the other symptoms, so we'll add them. So usually the diarrhea is the main issue, coupled with vomiting. But individual people comes with different other symptoms. Fever, because it's an infection, fever usually sets in. But then after that, because you are losing water, you see that you are dehydrated, your skin becomes drier, your lips become drier, your eyes begin to become sunken. All those are symptoms that you become very generally weak.
Is it because of the dehydration?
Yes, because of the dehydration. So you see that even yourself, if you run diarrhea for 3 times, you realize that you are not that strong yourself. So it's part of it. So all those are mostly the signs and symptoms that we pick out to identify or suspect someone that it could be, unless you do lab to say it is cholera. It could be any other diarrheal condition.
All right. You made mention of acute. Would mean it starts slowly.
All of a sudden. All of it. It can take within hours.
It doesn't have any stages.
No. So you can be fine. Within hours, you start feeling diarrhea. You go, you come back, you go again. And the diarrhea is not something that you go and then it is normal fecal. This is mostly loaded with a lot of water. So you hear that rice watery stool. So the water, your body fluids are draining into the stool and it comes out very watery. So it's your body fluid that is going. So it mostly comes out very fluid, and then with the fecal matter looking like rice water form.
That's your fecal matter?
Yes.
Okay.
But usually it's not something that you probably take days to. It can start, some people it can take up to within, hours. And then if you are not managed early, when it's so profuse, then it means...
Hours, like how many hours?
Oh, within an hour, somebody can eat, and then within an hour, he can start having the diarrhea symptoms. And someone can also have it, can eat infected food, and to stay in the person's, because of his immunity, the person will be able to fight it, and up to 5 days before the person will start showing those symptoms. There are some people too that also get infected, but they won't know. Nothing will show. The diarrhea won't even come. But when they pass to go to toilet, the bacteria will be inside there, Anybody who happens to be contaminated by that feces will also get infected.
Are they the asymptomatic people?
They are the ones we call the asymptomatic people. And they are the ones we are even more scared about. Because they will share it. We greet each other. Ghanaians, if you meet your brother and you don't shake hands, it's like you are fighting. So the moment you see a brother or a sister, you probably greet hands. You go to open the door and you hold a knot. All those ones, an asymptomatic person who doesn't know probably have used the toilet and have not washed the hands and will contaminate, and then other people will also fall sick of it.
So is that the reason why I have a friend who said he is more afraid of cholera than HIV/AIDS, because at least AIDS will take you 10 years, but cholera will take you just a few hours, then you are gone.
Yeah, it's really that bad.
All right.
So we have to be watchful of what we do.
So why is cholera considered a major public health threat, especially in certain regions? Why?
Okay, so if I may, the issue is that cholera is something that, as I said, it has been there with us for long. But mostly it is because of our habits that it comes up. So you see that places that have poor water supply and poor sanitation, so you mostly realize this in places that are, let me use the term zungus or slums, or places that have poor sanitation, and so they are not able to have proper latrine that they are going to. They are doing open defecation. They are not having good water supply. Probably they are sharing a well. Just imagine somebody have it and they go to fetch water from the well. As they hold the bucket to pour, they will put that bucket back into the well that has been infected. Anyone who comes to drink from that well will also, so it's more of that. So Ghana, because most of our locations are having issues with poor water supply, poor sanitation issues, poor toilet facility setup, that is why it is a public health issue. And the fastness or the quickness that it uses in attacking people or in killing people makes it more serious.
But you've been mentioning poor sanitation, poor contaminated water. Why do cholera often link to those poor things like that?
So it needs, the bacteria doesn't float in the air. It needs me to share it to someone through some medium.
Okay.
So if it is that, like COVID, usually we will say when somebody can cough and you get it, right? This one usually, when I have it and I go to touch any food items, it will stay on those food items. It's not that it's living inside it, but it's staying on it. Or I drink water, it will be living in the water. If someone comes to fetch that water or eat that food, they can get infected. If I also have it and I come to touch a doorknob, use your pen, use something that another person can come and touch. And I have not washed my hands properly because I went to the toilet and after using the washroom, I have not washed my hands. The fecal matter that is inside, where the bacteria is inside, has contaminated my hands. And as I'm going around, I'm touching things, and any other person can also touch them. So because mostly the common things that we share is water and food, they are the things that usually express more.
In your submission, you made mention of certain areas. Does that mean that certain populations are at risk for cholera? So outbreaks like that?
Yeah, so everyone is at risk. Everyone can get it, and all areas in Ghana can get it. The only problem is that some are more at risk than others. So, because just imagine somebody who is in their own place, that they have good water, private toilets, everything. Well, even if the person is infected, it's limited to the few people that are in that house. But if you take a community that they are sharing water, they are sharing well, they are sharing all those things, one person gets it, he will share it with all. That's why some are more at risk than.
if you've just joined us, this is Cafdil Healthcare, and today we are discussing cholera. And there's an outbreak, and it is very imperative that we discuss it. If you really want to sponsor us, the number is on your screen. Call us and let's discuss business. Let me come to you again, Nab. In your submission, you especially the symptoms,
Okay.
you made mention of diarrhea.
Yeah.
I want you to highlight that for us, for our viewers to really understand what diarrhea is, because diarrhea may be other disease.
Yeah.
Some may link to other disease.
Yes, yes.
Or disease on its own.
Okay. So diarrhea, as I mentioned, is a symptom. So usually somebody is having any infection, which is having issue with the abdomen.
Okay.
Usually triggers the abdomen to the person to pass through. So mostly when we term it diarrhea, when it is more of watery stool, so the person goes to toilet and realize that it is watery. That's what we are calling diarrhea. So in this instance, in the sense of cholera, it comes uncontrollably. And mostly the person goes several times, mostly more than 3 times going.
Within the space of?
Yeah, within a day, you can go more than 3, but maximum somebody can go, let's say even within an hour, 30 minutes, the person have gone like 4 or 5 times.
Okay.
So you go and you come back, another session is coming, then you have to go again. So that's how it is. So it's not like something that you are pressed. Normally you'll be pressed, then you have the time to walk with your luxury, look for paper, toilet roll and those things at your own convenience. No, this one, it comes uncontrollably. So that's why we
okay, which you don't really have control over.
No.
All right. So in all this and that kind of thing, what are the most effective measures individuals can take to prevent cholera infections?
Okay.
But let me come to
Okay, thank
Rachel
you.
first.
So if your source of drinking water is not clean, you prefer that you use aquatab. You put aquatab in the water, stir it, and then you cover it. Wait 30 minutes, then you drink it. And then you wash your hand with soap under running water.
So is that the picture that you're showing?
Yes, please.
So I think it would be appropriate to also explain the pictures to us.
So here, the source of drinking water is not all that clean. So you add aquatab. You stir it, you cover it 30 minutes, then you drink it. And then here also you wash your hand with soap under running water.
But wait, before you move to that wash your hands, does that mean that the contaminated water will be clean enough for you to drink?
Yes, please. If you use the aquatab, the water will be clean enough for you to drink.
Okay. It will kill the bacteria?
Yes, please.
Oh, okay. All right.
Then here you wash your hand with soap under running water. So if the bacteria is on your hands, it will also wash away the bacteria. And then you clean and disinfect your toilet or latrine. You can use detergent, you can use Parazole or any detergent of your choice to clean the place. So if the bacteria is there, it will die. And then when you are washing, make sure that you wash away from your drinking water source. Some people when they are washing, they wash close to the water source. Some wash into rivers, which is very bad. So they should wash away from their drinking water source. And then clean kitchenware with soap and safe water. Let dry before reuse. When you are washing your utensils, make sure you dry them before you reuse it another day. And then use toilet or latrine. Some people do open defecation, which is not good. So you should make sure you have toilets in your house. And then cook food well. Eat it hot and peel fruit and vegetables. we should make sure that we cook food well, and we should eat the food whilst it's hot, because if you eat cold food and the bacteria is there, you can get it. We should also wash our fruits with salt solution before we take it.
Oh, okay. All right.
And then here, wash your hands with treated water before you eat or cook. Anytime we are coming to cook, we should make sure we wash our hands with soap and water before we handle food. And then when we are cooking seafood, we should make sure we cook it properly before we eat it. If not, if the bacteria is there, you can get the infection. And then clean kitchen surfaces, pans and utensils with soap and treated water. You see that we are always using treated water. The water should be treated, because if the bacteria is in the water and you are using it to clean your surroundings, you will get the infection.
I want you to expatiate on this treated water thing. Is it the aquatab one or the boiled water that we normally say that?
Yeah, you can boil the water or you can use the aquatab to treat it. And then cover cooked food before storing, reheat before eating. So when you cook and you eat some remain, you should cover it. And when you're about to reheat, you should make sure you heat it before you eat. Don't eat cold food, because if the bacteria is there, you will get it. And then only eat food you or someone you trust cooks. Because when you are coming to cook, you wash your hands with soap under running water before you prepare the food. And then the person that you trust means if the person is cooking in an environment that is not hygienic and the bacteria is there, you can get it. So eat from the person that you trust, that the person is, let's say, is the hygienic condition or the environment is clean before you eat the food. And then here you have the latrine in your house. So if you attend the latrine, when you finish, you wash your hand with treated water. If you have someone there, let the person pour the water on your hand, as you are seeing in the picture here. If you don't have tap, let someone pour the water on your hand. Don't fetch water in a bowl.
What about if you don't have anybody in the house? How do you go by it?
If you don't have anybody in the house, definitely you get someone in the house who pour the water for you.
You find a way to do that anyway.
And then when you have the diarrhea, you mix ORS in water, give it to the person to drink. After that, you rush the person to the hospital to avoid collapse and death.
Oh, okay. Okay. So, which means the open defecation worries so much, right?
Yeah, it does. It does.
So, those of you in our coastal areas, I think if you are watching, you've seen it. What you do, the result that can affect individuals. So stop doing that open defecation at the seashore and stuff, please, so that this cholera that is reported being outbreak would not be affecting some of us. But she made mention of hand washing here.
Yeah.
So how important is this hand washing and personal hygiene in preventing the transmission of cholera?
Okay, thank you very much. So if you look at all the things that she mentioned, the primary aim is that we don't want it coming from one person to another. Okay. Or trying to stop it from, if the food is contaminated, it should get to the individual. So per the human side of it, if I have it and I go to washroom or toilet, or I happen to be experiencing the symptoms, when I come out and I wash my hands, the soap in it will wash away the bacteria and it will not be stuck in my hands. Thereby, if I go to eat, the bacteria only enters the human body through the mouth and comes out through either the anal cavity or through the mouth again through vomit. So it doesn't pass through the skin or anything. That means that if your hands are clean and you are going to eat or you are going to drink, and that food or water is not contaminated, you'll be okay. That's why we stress that in whatever situation that you are, as much as possible, wash your hands. We advocate the hand washing more than using sanitizer. The reason is that if your hands are dirty and you use sanitizer, it is still on the hands, just that it has been killed. The surface ones have been killed or deactivated. But if you wash it away. That's why we say under running water. So the water carries it off your hands completely. So that is what will help us control this particular issue.
This sanitizer issue, you go to a place, you buy food or something of that sort, there's no water, that kind of thing. Can you apply the sanitizer and still eat?
I don't personally advise that. I don't personally, because the issue is that when you apply the sanitizer, all of us have this, using the sanitizer, you have to use it very well. And the sanitizer too have to have some percentage of alcohol to make it effective. Now, a lot of us just put a little drop of it to just rub around the hands, and we say we've used sanitizer. It is not. So, in that light, we advise that you wash your hands. If you're actually coming to eat and you really care about your health, I don't think finding water, taking some few minutes to find water to wash your hands would really affect you. If you go to use the sanitizer, yes, you might be okay, but be rest assured that you are only trying to, it's still in your hands, but it has not been washed off.
All right. Does the alcohol kill the bacteria?
Yes, it does.
It does.
But the surface ones, and it depends on the quantity you use and whether you've really touched all the areas.
Okay.
Somebody might do it within the fingernails here, the alcohol has not entered there.
Okay.
Probably just rub it on the surface.
All right. So if the alcohol can kill the bacteria would maybe through food or whatever enters, then someone who takes in alcohol, can the alcohol, the intake alcohol, kill the bacteria inside?
No. It doesn't. The reason is that alcoholic beverages are different from sanitizers. They are different. Although they being alcohol means that it makes the person to boost, it doesn't really do that job. You know, sometimes we say 7% what? You see other alcoholic beverages, they'll say 7% something.
I'm even talking about those who takes in
yes,
apetition
I'm addressing that.
Okay.
So if you look at the percentage, it has been cut down so that it doesn't corrode your... But mostly, the ones that we use on the hands are highly concentrated. It's meant to kill bacteria. So if you are going to drink alcohol with the mindset that is killing it inside, you get boost and still get cholera.
Okay. All right. I intentionally asked this question because I know where it's coming from. Because when COVID came, people took that opportunity to
drink.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
we know
Ghanaians,
we like to find reasons to get boost. So if it's not funeral or wedding, and it's something that they say take alcohol, it's good news.
So once someone contracts cholera, what are the treatment options available, and how effective are they if administered quickly?
Yeah, so quickly, it's advised that when you start showing the signs, we said that one of the key things is that the person ran diarrhea and there's a lot of water with the stool particles making it look like rice watery stool. The water that you see is your body fluid that is going away. That means that you have to drink a lot of water as soon as possible. So we advise that the person does what we call ORS solution and take it immediately. Then quickly arrange and move the person to the hospital. The hospital will have to take care of the person We have antibiotics that are used. We have IV fluids. They'll connect to your veins to make sure that your fluid doesn't, usually it's the loss of fluid that kills. So because the bacteria itself is producing toxins and it's making you run the diarrhea and you are losing fluid, that is what usually leads you into weakness, shock, and probably death. So as much as you are not dehydrated, your chances of survival is very good. So that brings us to the main issue that if you're able to report early to hospital, then your chances of survival are very great. I think on Ghana News Agency, the Director General for Ghana Health Service, Dr. Asedu Bekwin, said that most of the cases that they recorded death, they delayed in coming to the house. They tried managing it in the house for over probably 3 days or more.
Thinking
that they can control this diarrhea at home.
Okay.
Then the time they will bring them, they are already weak and highly unconscious, and their chances of survival is very low. So as much as possible, we said that try to find ORS. The ORS has components that will replace some lost nutrients in you and also takes in a lot of water. So when you take it, then you bring the person immediately to hospital. The hospital will take over from there. Don't be at home trying to manage it in our own way.
Which means rehydration therapy work.
Yes, is very important in this.
So why is it important?
Because your body is losing water. That's just the main thing. Whether it's diarrhea or vomiting that you are showing, your body water is going. So you become drier and drier. And that means that your blood, the amount of fluid that is supposed to be in your blood is going down and you become very weak. So you need to rehydrate, meaning that you have to put in a lot of fluid quickly so that your body doesn't go into shock. So that's the main issue. So whether it's to drink a lot of water, ORS, or if you are at the health facility, they have to put infusion on you to put water back into your system. That's the key issue about it.
But in Ghana, do you have clean water at all? Because we always complain of that contaminated water. We all see it actually when you open your tap in your house. You know.
Yes, so even the one that you see that is not clean, as in it is brownish or I hear some dirty color be. That one is clearly to your eyes, but I bet you we can fetch water and put here. Everybody will look at it and say it's clean, but it is not clean. So it's because the bacteria that is inside is not something that I and you can see with the eye. Okay. It's not like something that they'll say galamsey has caused it and has turned brown. This one is not about brown water issue or whatever color. You see it normal water, but if it is something that has been infected, probably somebody have used, gone to washroom or whatever, or not only washroom, you have washed your baby's diaper. There is usually fecal matter on it. Clothing. There's usually fecal matter on it. Or the patient that is in your house, you have taken the clothes to wash. And after that, you don't take the time to wash your hands well. And you go to fetch water or you go to cook.
But you washed the cloth with soap and water.
Yes, but after that, that's inside the bowl. Remember that we said even when you are washing, running water, we don't want it in the bowl that you put your hands back and pick it again.
All right. But do cholera have vaccine? Do they have vaccine for those?
Yes, there is vaccine for cholera. We have oral cholera vaccine, but it is not something that is used in routine or general. It's mostly procured or let's say advised or recommended based on pandemics or outbreaks when they think that it is necessary to control it. When all the other factors probably are not going well, then we say okay, then that's when it comes in. So currently it is there, but it is not something that is in use now.
Oh, okay. Okay. Then it's good to hear. I thought we don't have anything
Oh, we do.
like that.
We do. If you go to the WHO website, you see there's oral cholera vaccine.
Okay. So, Rich Love, I want to know how long does it take for a person to recover from cholera if they receive prompt and proper treatment? How long does it take?
Okay, thank you. As my brother said earlier, it depends. If you, let's say the person get the cholera and then you rush the person to the hospital early, within 2-3 days, the person will recover. But if the person don't go early and stay in the house for long, and before they send the person to the hospital, that one, it will be difficult. It will take, let's say, a week, or even if care is not taken, the person can lose their life. So we say when you get it, rush to the hospital early.
As early as possible.
Yes, so that we can take care of you.
But now,
Yes, please.
with all this, what do you call education, medicines, all these therapies and stuff, why do cholera outbreaks still occur today, despite advanced medicine and all those things? Why?
Okay, so it's still there because, and it's not today that it has been there. It has been there since the 1900s. As I said, it started somewhere in India. And as people travel, they take it along. Probably at the time they were traveling, they were asymptomatic. They were not showing any symptom. They travel with it, then they get to the new place and probably infect them. If you come to Ghana in our setting, we started noticing it from Adan, I think east and west. Then you see that as people travel to other regions, other districts, then though they are asymptomatic, at some point they are sharing it, then it gradually extends to the rest of it. But what is keeping it currently is based on the open defecation we are doing, then the poor water sanitation issues that we have. If we are able to curb this, particular issue, because as I said, if someone even has cholera and they go to the washroom and it is a quality toilet, I mean that it is something that it is not open defecation, and the person passes the stool, the outbreak will not occur because it is where it is safe. But if it is something that the person goes for open defecation, let's put it in mind, the open defecation doesn't mean someone else have gone to touch that fecal matter. Flies, insects, anything that goes to sit on that fecal matter and comes to sit on food or water or whatever will contaminate it. It will stick to their legs and their wings, and they'll come and stick on your food, and it will be contaminated.
Okay. Very soon we'll draw the curtain, but I want you to, going forward, what actually can we do to prevent future outbreak, really?
Okay, so to prevent future outbreaks, first thing is that we have to make sure that we wash our hands well. That's the key thing, because even if there's an outbreak going on and there's proper hand washing, it kills it solves the issue of ingesting it or putting it in your mouth. Secondly, our water supply. So if we are able to get potable water supply, if you don't even have, make sure that you boil or use the aqua tap. It will kill those ones. Then our toilet facilities. If you don't have private toilet at your home, use the public ones. It's safer than open defecation. After which, the hand washing is more important. In all of this, one key other aspect that we are silent about and which we have to hint on is good food hygiene. So cook the food very well. And I think this is my camera, right? I would like to speak to particularly food vendors. So you have a special role to play in this. If you count the number of people you have served food to today, I think you lose count. Because even if you do it within a few hours, over 100 people will come to eat from you. If your food is not well prepared, as in you don't put hygiene factors into it, your vegetables and other things are not well washed, or you yourself, you've not washed your hands properly, and you cook and the food is infected, just imagine the number of people you have infected. Don't also look at it as in only the people in the cause of the disease. Look at it in the sense of your business too. Imagine that people come to your place to buy food, and after that they are hearing that they've had cholera. I don't think tomorrow or going, anyone will come there to buy any food from you.
Never.
So we have to take it as a personal caution that let me put my own things in place well, make sure that it is not I that is contributing to this outbreak, and then from there, all of us will be safe.
Thank
you. Thank you. This one is to the buyers, those who buy the food. If you are going to buy food and you see that the environment is not clean, it's dirty, flies are settling on the food, please don't buy it. Look at the person selling the food. Is the person personal hygiene okay? If it's okay, you can buy the food. But if the person is dirty, don't buy the food. Other than that, you will carry disease.
Hey,
yes.
Then those of us who like salmon and eban, what are you going to do? I'm even afraid to cry.
Sorry. So that one you can, if you say you buy herring and flies are on it, you can use vinegar or salt solution to wash them and cook it well before you eat.
Yes. Come to any old garden or pepper beer, anyway, so I hope we've learned so much from this discussion, and I pray that you don't contract this disease. This is where time will allow us to be with you. Thanks for watching, and Rachel Rose Owusu is a senior public health officer, and also Peter Zuno Knapp, also senior disease control officer, Cape Coast Teaching Hospital. Thanks for coming.
Thank you.
Same time next week. God be with you.
Thank you.
Mojo.